Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Mary Jane, and on today's video we are going to be talking about the Queen Elizabeth Commonwealth Scholarship, which is a fully funded scholarship opportunity just for you. So please do well to like and share this video to anybody you know is going to be helpful to. And if today is your first time of seeing us, please do well to subscribe and on your notification button to get more educational content video like this. Okay, we are going to be diving into the application process, so please stay tuned and let's get started. Alright guys, to get started into the video, so I'll be using a Chrome browser to type www.scholarshiptab.com, which is our platform, our website that has a lot of scholarship listed out for you. Okay, so I'll be opening the Queen Elizabeth Commonwealth Scholarship 2026. As I already told you that this is a fully funded scholarship for you, and this is for master's students. So if you want to study your master's and you're looking for an opportunity where it will cover your tuition fee, accommodation, air travel expenses, then stay tuned with this scholarship. So you can see the deadline, January 14, 2026. The Queen Elizabeth Commonwealth Scholarship offers you a unique opportunity to study a 2-year master's degree in a low or middle income Commonwealth country. So you are going to be studying in a low or middle income Commonwealth country. So through this scholarship, you get cultural exchange and academic collaboration. That's why this scholarship wants you to study in a developing country, so that you have opportunity to more exploration when it comes to culture. As an active part of the Commonwealth network, scholars will help shape its future. Each year, there are 2 opportunities to apply for the Queen Elizabeth Commonwealth Scholarship: the Cycle 1, which opens in November or December, and the Cycle 2, which opens in April or March. So obviously we are in December, so this should tell you that we are in Cycle 1 of the Queen Elizabeth Commonwealth Scholarship. You only need to submit one application, but you are welcome to apply more than once if there's another country you're interested in studying. The application deadline, so 14 January 2026. So you need to submit your application before this time. This is a fully funded scholarship, and you can see the list of countries you are going to be studying: Bangladesh, Barbados, Jamaica, Kenya, Mauritius, Uganda, and the category is a master's scholarship. So the benefits of this scholarship is listed out for you. It's a fully funded tuition fee scholarship. Your tuition fee is covered. This scholarship gives you a living allowance for duration of your award. As they already said, it's a 2-year scholarship, a return economic flight to the host country, one-off arrival allowance, and a research support grant on request if you demand that. So all applicants advised to read the application guidance and frequent questions before starting your application to get more details. So the requirements needed for this scholarship, to be sure you're eligible for this scholarship, so you need to check the requirements. First, citizens or those who hold refugee status in a Commonwealth country are welcome to apply. There's no upper age limit to be eligible for the Queen Elizabeth Commonwealth Scholarship Award. You must have attained a minimum of 2-1 or equivalent at your undergraduate level to be eligible to apply for this scholarship. Alright guys, going down to how to apply, you can see the stages on how you can apply for the Queen Elizabeth Commonwealth Scholarship. You look through the list of countries and university hosting scholarship in this cycle. Please, you have to know that only the courses that are listed out are eligible for the scholarship funding. You must have obtained a 2-1 to be able to apply for this scholarship. Then the next step is you visiting the relevant university website for more information on your chosen course you want to apply for. Then you complete and submit a Queen Elizabeth Commonwealth Scholarship application for your chosen university by clicking the application button. And then you can, if you are a first-time user like me that will be applying this year, you just come here to create a new account to get started. So we'll just be clicking here right now to get started. So this is the page. So if this is not your first time of applying for this scholarship, you want to try it again, so you just come in here to log in with your username, but first timers, so you go ahead to create an account. So I'll just be doing that quickly. So you'll be selecting your region here. So I'm from Africa, so I'll pick Africa. So country, so I'm a Nigerian, so I'll come and look for my country down here to select that. So this is Nigeria. So I'll just be putting the code in the image. So I'll just be clicking the submit button. So this is setting up your username and password. So they will be sending a one-time link to your email address. So you need to input your email address here and submit, so they'll be able to get that one-time link, so that to be able to set up your username and password. So I'll just come in here and type my email. So submit. I'll be checking my email inbox to be sure that I've received this one-time link. This is it here. So I'll just copy out the link. You can see you might not log in by clicking this link or copying it and pasting it into your browser. So I'll just be copying the link. So this is a one-time link for me. So I'll just click. This login can be used only once. So I'll just log in. You logging in is to enable you to set up your password and your username. So I've used my one-time login so I'll just be setting up my password. So whenever it comes to your scholarship application, always make sure that you note down your username and password. It's very essential. You can have a small diary. This is just a tip I'm just adding for you. You can have a small diary, a book, or a note in your phone that you always jot down. So I'll just be getting in to type my password. So you need to confirm the first password you typed. So it is password match, yes. So I'll come here to input a picture, a passport, like, or your virtual face. So after it loads, you get to see your face, like your picture. So I'll come here to click save. So I've been finished inputting my email. You can see they told me the changes have been saved. So guys, after you must have set up your username and your password, so you'd come back to our website at scholarshiptab.com, and then you see for more information kindly visit here. So you visit this page, which I'll be clicking on now, to take you to the Queen Elizabeth Commonwealth Scholarship webpage, where you'll be seeing list of universities and courses available for the 2026 Cycle 1 scholarship. So you can see them. So I want to apply to Brack University. So these are the courses. I'll be choosing Master of Public Health. So I'll just go down. You can see other courses listed out there, but I'll just go down to this apply here to be able to get to the Queen Elizabeth Commonwealth Scholarship application form. This is it, guys. So it's open. So Queen Elizabeth Commonwealth Scholarship 2026-2027 Cycle 1 application form. This is an intro telling you how you need to navigate the form. Your answers must be addressed of all of the points indicated. You can navigate backward. You feel your answer, you didn't take it correctly, so you have options to navigate backward. You can save a draft if you're not yet done filling your application. So it's not a must you are going to fill it in one sitting. You can take your time, go through your application before you finally hit the submit button, which is very, very important whenever you're applying for scholarship. So you can see the application deadline already, the eligibility, just to remind you, even though they have stated it before. So we'll just be going to, I'll just say save drafts. Then I'll be moving to the next page. So any application that does not meet this requirement will be marked as ineligible. Are you a citizen or do you have a refugee status for a Commonwealth country? So yes, I'm a citizen of a Commonwealth country. I'm picking yes. Which country do you have citizenship or refugee status in? So I will search for my country, Nigeria. Do you have a dual nationality? So no. If you have a dual nationality, you obviously know what to answer. Have you already completed an undergraduate degree at a 2-1 equivalent level? So yes, of course, I've done that. I'll pick in yes. University that you're applying for. So I'm applying for the Brack Universities. I'm applying to Brack University, so I'll just select that. So I'll go over to next. So now I'll be filling in my personal details. You can see the top, you can see this on top. So whichever stage you are done, you move on to the next. So now we are at the stage of personal details, so I have to fill it in. I remember when you are doing yours, do it carefully and be sure that every detail is accurate. So I'll put in my date of birth. So select your gender, female. Please include your country codes. So please upload your passport or your national ID card. So if you don't have your passport available, you can still apply for this scholarship. So what you just have to do is upload your national ID card. So I will be uploading mine. So this column to fill your permanent address. So my street address. So if you have two street address line, you can put that. So for me, I'll just be putting only one. So city. So, and anywhere you see asterisks, you should know that you must fill it in before your form is able to submit. So select my country, Nigeria. Do you have a correspondence address that is different from your permanent address? If you have any other different address, so me, I'll just say no. So remember, this application does not autosave. please remember to save as draft before proceeding. So that's why I'm always clicking save draft in case if I want to come back to my application anytime to make a few changes. So I'll proceeding to next. So now you can see I finished filling in personal details and that part is gone. So we have entered to the number 4, which is academic and employment history. So here you need to be filling in your academic and employment history details. Fill in the most recent 3 academic institution beginning with the most recent. So the most recent should be okay, maybe the last institution you attended as maybe as an undergraduate degree holder. So attended from, I will just pick a day when you started that program, when you ended that program, your country of institution where you obtained your degree. So I'll just type name of institution, subject, that's the degree, like what you studied in school, degree type if it was a bachelor's of art or bachelor of science. So final grade obtained, so second class upper division. So if you attended more institutions, you can decide to fill them here. But me, I'm just going to fill only my undergraduate degree. But you can decide to fill your high school if you want, is allowed. So then coming down to certificate, this is a reminder, you must provide copies of your undergraduate transcripts and graduation certificate, which will be showing that you attained a 2-1. You must have already graduated from your undergraduate. So if you are still in your final year, you will not be able to apply for this because they need proof of your graduation certificate. So high school certificates, you can put it in, you can see optional. So I'm just going to leave that out and put in my undergraduate transcripts because I have that available, and my undergraduate graduation certificate. So to upload my undergraduate transcripts, hmm, so it will take time to upload. So you can see. And then one good thing about it is you can always remove if you make an error while uploading. Maybe you uploaded a document that is not your transcript. So that's one good thing about this Queen Elizabeth Commonwealth scholarship. So it's not rigid. Undergraduate graduation certificate. Okay, so I finished uploading my transcript and my graduation certificate. So next is employment record. If you have more than 3 employers, begin with the most recent and relevant. So begin with your most recent employment history details and start filling in. So this is the option to fill my most recent. So when did I start? So your start date. So till date. If you are still currently working there or you have ended that employment, that's what this is trying to say. So country of employment, the organization name where you worked, so you have to fill in that. Yeah. Job title, your roles when you were working there. Main roles and activities. So I'll save this as draft. So if you have just worked only one place, you can fill that. But if you have worked up to three places, so you got ahead to fill for employer two where you have worked, and employer three. Remember, start with your most recent and relevant first before you take others. So I'll just save my draft. So proceed to next. So you can see now we are done with academic and employment history. We are moving over to course detail. Under the course detail, please select the course you wish to study at your chosen host institution and indicate whether you have already applied or had any contact with the host institution. Course title, this is the school I want to study at Brack University, which I selected. So I said I want to apply for Masters of Public Health. I'll be picking that. Have you already applied to the university or had any contact with staff there regarding this course of study? So I've not applied to the university yet. So, but I'll be doing that after this video. But if you have applied to the university, remember, you must apply to the university to be able to be eligible for this scholarship. So, but I've not sent my university application, so I'll just click no. So I'll go over to next. So now we are done with our number 5, which is the course detail. So please, if you have not subscribed to our channel, do well to subscribe to this channel because you don't want to be missing out on educational content when it comes to scholarship and how to apply. Then also do well to like this video and give us a comment. Let's know where you are watching us from. You can also share this video to anybody you know who is going to be helpful to. So we are going to proceed over to number 6, which is our study plan and intended outcome. So here is very, very essential. So stay tuned, keep following up to see how to apply for this scholarship. All right, guys, so when it comes to study plan and intended outcome, here needs you to pay attention to your application in very, very, very well. So in this section, you're asked to provide statement explaining your interest in becoming a Queen Elizabeth Commonwealth scholarship scholar and why you will be a strong candidate. So here is like the essay part. They want to get to know you in this part. Take time to read each question thoroughly and ensure that you address all of the bullet points for each statement. Please note that plagiarism is not allowed, so applications shown to be plagiarized will not be considered. So you need to take time to answer this part carefully. So statement 1 is plan of study. Queen Elizabeth Commonwealth Scholarship provide unique opportunity to study abroad for masters in leading universities in low and middle income Commonwealth country. Your statement should answer the following questions. So they are giving you a key point they expect you to answer when you are writing down your plan of study. So you need to touch down this key point. Why have you chosen to study this course? What specific feature of this course do you find interesting? Why do you want to study at this university and in the country you have chosen? What have you done to research about your chosen university? How is the course relevant to your future career plans? Explain how your previous studies and experience makes you a stable candidate for this course. So whatever you are answering in this part, please do well to make sure that you tag these points along because the scholarship committees, they will be looking out for it. So they have already saved you a whole lot of stress for you thinking about random things. They have given you a niche for you to get your answers correctly. So, and you see about you need to write 400 words. So I'll just be using a dummy test sample. I'll be using a dummy test sample to fill in. So, but you as an applicant, you have to sit down and actually write this part by yourself. So you can see now there. And one good thing about it is that if you don't write up to 400 words, they'll still be telling you how many words that is remaining. So you can see they're telling me that I still have about 279 words to complete. So now my word count is complete. So next is statement 2, development impact. And statement 2 is talking about development impact and post-study outreach. The Queen Elizabeth Commonwealth Scholarship are for students committed to creating change in their communities. Scholars will be supported to develop their knowledge and skill and learn how to apply them in their career so they can contribute towards solutions to global challenges and the UN Sustainable Development Goals. Your statements should answer the following questions. Describe briefly one challenge or problem in your country that you would like to address. How will your proposed study help you to contribute a solution to this challenge? What skills do you expect to gain from this scholarship? How will you apply or share the knowledge and skill gained on award with your local community and or the wider Commonwealth when you return home? So your statement of answer should contain these key points that I've already noted out for you. So you have to discuss about them briefly in your statement. So I'll be using a dummy test again to fill in this part so that we'll keep on moving in the application process smoothly. So my word count is complete for statement 2. So which of these we are still in statement 2. Which of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals does the subject you are studying most align to? You can select a maximum of 3. So my course of study, as I picked public health, so I'm looking at to solve issues when it comes to good health and well-being. So I'll just pick that. But remember, you can select more than one, but just 3 only. How does your work relate to the Sustainable Development Goals selected above? So you have to find a way to explain this. So this demand 150 words. So remember, this is a dummy test. So you as an applicant, please write this part very, 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 very well. It's what gives you chances when it comes to scholarship application. So statement, we are going to be going over to our statement 3, which is creating networks. So let's get into that. Statement 3, creating network. The Queen Elizabeth Commonwealth Scholarship provide an opportunity to embrace new cultures, learn different perspectives, and enhance collaboration at home and throughout the Commonwealth. Your statements should answer the following questions. Explain how you have developed professional networks. This can be through academic studies, hobbies, work experience, volunteering, involvement in social, cultural, and Commonwealth organization. How have you used this network or connections that you have developed to achieve something? And what did you achieve? How might you develop this? Okay, how might you develop these connections further during your international study experience? So you are going to be answering this statement 3 using at this key point. They want to see how you connect. They want to see your social ability. They want to see your skill when it comes to connection. You know, when you are going to be a scholar, you are going to be giving out a lot to the community. So they want to see how open you are when it comes to that from your past and your present experience. So you have to fill in, writing the statements, filling in this part. So which I'm going to be doing now. Remember, it is a dummy test. So my word count now is complete. So remember to always save your application as draft so that you don't lose it if you are going to come back to make few corrections or changes. So I'll save mine as draft. before I proceed to next. Wow, we are making progress, which I'm excited about already. So we are done with stage 6 now. So I'll be going to, so I'll just go over to next. So now guys, we are in the next step, stage 7. That's what I'll call it, or step 7. So that's talking about the references. So which you know that references is a very key part when it comes to your scholarship application. It can never be omitted. So let's dive into that. In this section, you're asked to provide 2 references in support of your application. References must be written on headed paper. That's, it has to be an official one, be addressed dear sir or madam, explain the applicant's capacity to benefit from the proposed course of study. This is what they expect your referee to write out when he or she is writing your reference letter. Explain the applicant's ability to deliver development impact post award, that's after your studies. Be provided by, your reference should be provided by an academic referee and a current employer, community leader, or voluntary organization. One academic referee is advised. However, if you are unable to obtain an academic reference for one of your references, we will advise that you use professional referee for both references. So if you're not able to get an academic reference, so they are giving you an opportunity that they can also accept professional references. So you can get a professional referee to write one for you or write the 2 for you, depending. So but you must fill in these 2 references. So reference 1, first, the person's first and last name. So the email. So the job title of your reference, of your referee, the job title of your referee. So if person is a lecturer, a leader, or a pastor, or a banker, so mine is a lecturer. So here is where you upload the reference letter. And remember, they said it should be written in headed letter, not just maybe typed in PDF or Word. So it has to carry a header. So make sure you pay attention to that, because these are what makes you pass through. Then I've uploaded my reference letter for my reference 1. So coming down to reference 2, so first and last name of whoever I'm using for my reference 2. Email. Job title. So this person is a banker. I'll have to upload the letter. So I have to save my draft after I must have filled in my reference, after I must have put in my reference letter and all of that. So I'll save as draft so I don't lose. So I'll save my draft so I don't lose progress of my applications. So it's save as drafts now. So I have to proceed to next. I'm so happy we are making progress. So please do well to keep liking this video. So we're almost getting there. So now we have entered step 8, marketing. Please respond to the questions below to help us promote the Queen Elizabeth Commonwealth Scholarship Program. Please indicate how you first heard about the Queen Elizabeth Commonwealth Scholarship. So you have to click here to select. So you heard it from their media website or a newspaper or other scholarship websites. If you heard it from other scholarship website like our scholarship tab, you can click here, or you heard it from a social media or university website, or someone told you word of mouth. So me, I saw it from our website, so I'll be clicking other scholarship websites. So it's just like a review purpose. So they're not using it to check this, as they say, they're just using it to know how well to promote the program. Which of the following areas will activities funded under this scholarship contribute to? Please select all that apply. So for me, capacity strengthening, I feel this scholarship will really boost that area. And research and knowledge exchange, yes, when you go out to another country to study that is not your home country. So then I will save my draft. Then next, so this brings us to the last stage, which I'm happy about. So if you have stayed with us to this end, it shows you really want to apply for this scholarship. Please keep subscribing, keep liking this video, keep sharing this video. So now we are in the last step, guys, so which is if you have started from introduction, eligibility, your personal details, you have filled in that. So the last stage is confirmation before you submit your application. So please review the statement below before proceeding. Privacy statement, which you have to read through before you submit this form and agree to that. Application submission statement. By submitting this, I understand that I'm responsible for obtaining all documents, including visa and vaccination that are necessary for travel. I also confirm that all information in this application is true to the best of my knowledge. Remember, when it comes to scholarship, they take it very serious. Do not put out false information. If it's not true, don't put it out there. So it has to be a genuine information that you are giving them. So please, if you are sure that what the informations you have here, the statement of letter, the references you have here, they are all your work, they are all genuine, they are true, then that means you are good to go. Please enter your full name below to confirm that you have read and understood the above statement. So I'll enter my full name. Please press the submit button below to complete your application. Reminder, ensure that you have reviewed all your responses to ensure they are correct and accurate. So before you click your submit button when it comes to your scholarship application, review it, take your time. You must not fill it in one sitting. You can take, that's why they give a long deadline for you to be able to have an ample time before you submit your application. So ensure you review it. You are looking at, remember when you're submitting an application, you know, it's not just, you're not competing with your classmates, you're competing with thousands of people. So you need to give it your absolute best. So ensure that you have reviewed them before you submit. It is highly recommended that you click save draft before attempting to submit. Once you submit, you'll be unable to edit your application. You can only submit one application per institute. So now I'm submitting for the BRAC University. If I decide now that I want to apply for the Kenya University, I can go over to the Kenya University and start another application, but one application for one institution. Any duplicate application for the same institution will be deleted. So you don't want to make that mistake to delete your for them to delete your application. So one institution, one application. If you want to apply for more, please check out other universities. So I will just save as draft before I click the submit button. Then time to click my submit. I'm sure I've saved our draft. I'm sure I've gone through my answers and I'm okay with them. Then submit. submission. So if you click the submit button, to know that it actually went through, you will get this on your screen: submission successful. Thank you for submitting your application. You will receive an email confirming that you have completed the application. Please ensure to check your spam inbox. You'll also be able to see your application and its status in my application tab, which is at the right hand side. In case you want to check your application status, you'll be informed of the outcome of your application once the review process is complete. Thank you guys for staying with us to the end of this video. It has really been an amazing one. Please do well to keep liking, keep sharing our video, and always subscribe to this channel so you won't miss out more opportunities like this.